Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jimmy Pink, and first and foremost, happy NFL preseason weekend. If you like I am, I wait all year for football season, so I'm hyped. But that's not what we're here to talk about, because obviously, clearly, I'm a Cowboys fan, and we haven't played yet tonight. But what I'm here to talk about, and you will excuse me because this is necessary right now. I'm here to talk about, hold up. Wait, how I go? I have to edit this out because I can't even think how to do it. Anyway, we're here to talk about eggs, bacon, grits, sausage party. The R-rated animated movie with Seth Rogen and Dwelling. I was disappointed. Now, here's the comedy. As soon as I leave, I'm sitting there like, that was not good, yo. Like, yo, that wasn't good, right? And then, the thing about it, though, is that all the critics said Suicide Squad sucked, and I liked Suicide Squad. And all the reviews I seen of this was like, this is really funny. And I was like, bitch, where? Like, okay. It might be some slight spoilers, but really not until the end. So if you don't know the premise of Sausage Party, it's basically what the movie Food Fight Wish it was. It's Toy Story with food. I'm not even going to say it's Toy Story with food. It's Toy Story with the items of the grocery store. It wasn't funny. I'm sorry. Like, I had a couple chuckles, no real belly laughs. Now, this ain't like Suicide Squad when I went at 10:30 in the morning. I went to an afternoon showing, but there were people there. I mean, it wasn't packed, but it was at least a good 40, 50 people in the theater, and I heard the people right behind me laugh a couple times at the same things I laughed at. And that was it. Like, nobody in there laughed. And I'm talking about, I went in there, and most of the people that was in there, this should have been right up their alley, because they were like, excuse me for being stereotypical, but like young 16 to 24-year-old white boys that I heard them cracking beers in the fucking theater. I guess it could have been cans of pop, but let's be honest. And nothing. It wasn't funny. Like, I get, you know, the whole thing was an allegory for like religion and, you know, xenophobia and racism, and all that was cool. All that was cool. Like, it was very smart the way they did it, but it wasn't funny. The ending was fucking disgusting, and the parts that probably would have had the most impact were in the trailer. Now, what I will tell you is this, spoiler alert, because most I said racism and xenophobia. For those of y'all who don't know what xenophobia is, that's basically, for a broader term for y'all to understand, is racism against other countries. So it's not necessarily the race, it's the fact that they're from a different country. Okay, so the best part of the movie to me, and I'm going to spoil it for y'all, so I'm going to give y'all, till I say eggs, bacon, grits, sausage again, for y'all to skip forward if y'all don't want to be spoiled. Eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. Okay, so it's basically like the three bosses, I'm gonna say. Like, they call themselves the unperishables, which they are unperishables, but sorry, non-perishables. And it's a gay Twinkie, a black box of grits, and a Native American bottle of firewater. The part that I liked about it is the firewater and the grits, which called me Mr. Grits, had me cracking up. Like, that was funny to me. But they was talking about crackers. Now, of course, this is a grocery store, so when they're saying crackers, they're actually talking about saltines, Ritz, crackers. But just the way they did it, like the firewater was talking about, I used to have a nice aisle to myself, because the liquor aisle was the spot. Like, that was like basically the Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, the liquor aisle, they was like obviously turned up, and like he had like a little secret place in there where he hung out at, because he was like, you know, my aisle, we used to have a beautiful aisle, and then the crackers took over my aisle, and then the grits, we talk about the crackers. Like, that shit was funny. The fruit were gay. The Twinkie was gay, because, you know, Twinks. They had some German products that was Nazis, and they wanted to get rid of the juice. Like, that shit was funny. Like, all that little shit was funny to me. Like, all that shit was funny. It was definitely some sight gags that you would probably have to watch a couple of times to see. Like, it was a bag of, well, not Twizzlers, but it was a bag of licorice, and it was called French ticklish licorice, which a French tickler is a sex toy, like, and stuff like that. But it wasn't funny, man. And the ending ended up being, because the whole thing, and you've seen this in the preview, where obviously Seth Rogen plays a hot dog, or in this case, they were actually calling themselves sausages in the movie, so I'm going to say sausage, and their respective buns, you know. But that was just what everybody thought it was when you was watching it. You just thought it wasn't going to be quite that obvious that was a sexual euphemism, and it was, the whole premise of everything was these dolls couldn't wait to get in these buns, and they was not shy to say, because they was ready to get up in it and fuck, and they was not shy about saying it. They said it several times. But it is rated R. The ending is a fucking orgy. Okay, spoilers again, and this, I'm gonna spoil everything. Eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. All right, you ready? Now, we, the humans, we're gods to the stuff, the food and the products in the grocery aisle. But if we take bath salts, we can see them talking, and we know what's going on. We can see them. They're sentient, and they can speak to us, and they can understand, and we can understand them. They can understand us if we take bath salts. Guess Seth Rogen knew not to say we, because shit, more than probably 75% of your audience went to go see the movie was probably high. I wasn't, and maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why I didn't find it funny. At the end, they have a fucking orgy. The food is having an orgy. Like on some Caligula level shit. The food is having an orgy. Then at the end, they go back to firewater. Well, they go back to the non-perishables. Firewater is like the main one. Then like Mr. Grits and the Twink. And they was doing fucking too. They was fucking too. The antagonist is a douche. The antagonist meaning the bad guy, for those of y'all didn't take fucking English in college and wasn't an English major. But the antagonist was a douche. So he was being like that. I like that analogy that the douche was being a douche. Like, he was like, come at me, bro. Like, he was the definition of bottle service affliction wearing t-shirt guy. So the douche was a douche. That was like, see, all that stuff right here, the premises were funny. That's the best way I can put it. The premises were funny, but I'm sorry, all these reviews, and maybe it's because maybe we need reviews like this that's not by specific movie viewers, because there is stuff that I can get into, and I did take film classes. My damn living room, if you watch any of my other videos, and start seeing just pieces where I shoot in different places. This is a movie poster for West Side Story. I got popcorn, I like movies. My whole living room is decorated in movies. But, and I do know like all that shit. But some of the movies you just go to for dumb fun, like Suicide Squad, and definitely Sausage Party is something you would go to for dumb fun. I was not expecting it to be a message about religion or racism or xenophobia, and all that was cool, all of that was clever, but it wasn't funny. And then at the end, when they go back to the non-perishables, they're like, well, now that you got this secret, and y'all say, oh yeah, the motherfucking grocery start killing humans at the end too. Once, because they poison them all with bath salts, and then they start killing humans at the end. Shit, this is before the orgy. I'm like, is this like the make? Like, what the fuck is going on? And then, finally, they go to the non-perishables, and Firewater was like, well, this is another secret. We're not real. I'm like, huh? Where is this going? Like, supposed to be like a twist ending? Whoa, we're cartoons. You're the thought of, and then Seth Rogen inserts himself like the sausage, and Sasha was like, well, I'm Jewish, what's a bagel? And the bagel is Jewish. And he's like, who am I? When you find out the bagel is Edward Norton. It was just, I don't know, maybe I should have had some of these before I went to the theater, but I don't believe in drinking and driving, probably because I have 2 Deweys and I ain't trying to go to prison. But maybe you need this or this before you go, because it wasn't funny, and I couldn't have been alone because I was in a theater full of people that was their target audience, and they wasn't laughing either. So thank God for the early bird special, because I only paid $6.25 for this. Because if I would have even paid the $7.78 I'd have paid for Suicide Squad, I'd have been pissed. The movies actually ain't that expensive if you go early enough and you don't buy no snacks. But yeah, if I had to rank this, and I ain't trying to steal nobody else's ranking system, I'm not gonna go a 1 through 10 on this because I can't. I'm still kind of confused on even whether I like the movie or not. But it wasn't funny, I will tell you that. Like, I laughed more at Suicide Squad. That's the truth. I put that on my niece. I laughed more at Suicide Squad than I did in this. And I've seen every Seth Rogen movie except for the Green Hornet, and I love Seth Rogen, but don't do this shit no more. Don't do this shit no more. I would say, if you got dollar movies in your area, wait till it costs like $1 or $2 to go see it, or just wait for it to come. I wouldn't even go to the Red. Well, I'd go to the Red Box because the Red Box is cheap. But like, you know, you go rent the new releases and it's like $5 for 3 days or some shit like that. Nah, don't do it. I wouldn't even say see this matinee. Wait till you get to your theater. That's your discounted theater, and pay $2 or $3 for it. Smoke up before you go, or get a buzz. Anything else happening in the world today? Let me, if you've seen Sausage Party, comment below. Let me know what you think, and if there's anything else going on in the hip hop world, you know I'll be back. And deuces.